Okay, guys, good morning to all of you today. Good morning. All right, let me just get myself ready. A bit slow on my computer today. All right, today is the 12th of August, 2025. Crazy Market Talk with KEL. Crazy, where logic meets profit. All right, this morning I'm actually a little bit debating whether should I continue the morning sharing because today is a special day. Yes, indeed, today is my birthday. Thank you very much for that. For all the well wishes, I appreciate that. And of course, normally for a birthday, we'd like to take a break, but I think that market is more important, and I believe that everyone would like to know what to do for today. Because today, seemingly there's a lot of things happening right now, so we will go into the details. But before that, we will look into the market, what you call market fundamental news. Yeah, let's go into it right now. Okay, so the thing is this: last night the U.S. Dow Jones and the U.S. Indices traded lower as everybody now look for the CPI data. Now, CPI data usually is meant for inflation, but this time round, there are more than that. There are more concerns because of they are now asking whether will the data be actually anywhere real. So why is that so? Right, very simple. Because the thing is this: we all know that last week, all right, when this data came out from the non-farm payroll, we realized that, right, Donald Trump was very angry with the data and immediately sacked the guy involved in the data collection. So now the thing is this: people are now worried that if the data again come out not that fantastic or not towards the favor of Donald Trump administration, then would that causes the sacking of people? And that is why now people are getting worried whether the data will be actually be real. So now we all know that the economists are all looking for the CPI data to increase by 0.2% and 2.8% increase annually. So that will technically still be within the range. But of course, the point is this: people are now watching is that they are expecting to go higher, all right, because of the food and energy prices, all right. And we also know that we have this Jackson Hole coming in on the 21st and 23rd of the August period. And now there is a very, very high chance that the market is pricing an 87% cut in the rates, all right, according to the CFRA research. Right? And of course, the thing is right now, if the market do not cut rate, then that's going to be very catastrophic for the entire stock market. Yeah. And of course, we all know that Donald Trump has decided to again extend, as expected, a 90 days. Okay, Donald Trump has decided to extend a 90 days deal with the China. All right, so give them more time to do the tariff is really expected. So I told you it will happen. Then Donald Trump flipped his position again with Intel CEO. Remember, he was calling for that guy resignation because he feels that this guy is not able to speak the truth. But now he changed and say that his success and rise is an amazing story. Oh my God. This is really the US president flip-flopping, ever flip-flopping. All right, this is guy. Okay, this is the guy that Donald Trump said that he should be sacked. All right, and back then, the Intel shares went down because of that word. And now they have changed around. So this guy, Donald Trump, is really one of the best traders in the world. He can really flip around things. Now, one thing to note, the Japan Nikkei has hit record high as US and China tariff truce extension this sentiment. Now, we know that ever since that the Nikkei Japan got their tariff reduced, while Japan committed to invest more than $500 billion, so $500 billion to US, you can see the Nikkei really flew up. And of course, you can see that's how things work. Money. All right. So you help me, I help you back. So probably very sure because of that itself, a lot of funds went in to support the Nikkei. The Nikkei from 40,000 at the lower end shoot up to 42,000. We are now at the record level. Now, back then, when the Nikkei hit the record level back in 2024, that's when July was. The Nikkei was at 42,000 and it dropped all the way down to 32,000. That was a real drop here, very crazy drop. And now we are back here so far, so soon. All right, so that is the power of money. Now, one thing to note, Donald Trump has also created a big issue with gold recently. Now, the thing is this: we all know that gold prices has been coming off recently because there is a tariff on gold. So one thing is that now again, it seems like there will not be tariff. So again and again, a lot of things is flipping around. So all this thing is happening. All right. So the President Donald Trump says that gold will not face tariff, knocking down a ruling by U.S. custom official that basically says that they'll face duty. So you can see that Trump say no, but the officials say yes. So again, this is something very interesting here. So again and again, things always happen within Donald Trump. That's how things work. Now, SoftBank founder Son has made his biggest bet by staking Japanese giant future on AI. All right, this is actually this is a paid article, so I cannot see it. But the point is this: whenever Son starts to do a very good big bet into the market itself, right? That usually is always at a market high, and we all know that usually after that the market will frizzle. Yeah. And last but not least, now this is another article whereby the Wall Street is concerned about the reliability of the government inflation data on the eve of CPI report. So I will get this account in later on, but my point is this is what people are getting fearful of. All right, so that will be all for the fundamental side. Not too sure that you read it through, but the thing is this, guys, this is what the world is. Every day is spiraling around, a lot of news and stuff like that. It's going crazy and things truly happen, yeah? All right, just give me a short moment and just reply a short message here, so. Okay, never mind. Let's continue. All right, so let's look at the market right now. Yep. Okay, let's go. Okay, so today this is the Dow Jones, and very interesting. The Dow Jones today got no pivot again. Now I want to share this why there's no pivot. It's going to be very important. So listen. Now the thing is this: you can see that the why got no pivot because it's another BNB. Oh, it's another BNB here. Okay, so we have two BNB side by side, and this is actually a very, very important signal that there will be a gigantic big movement very soon. I repeat myself again, we're going to see a very big movement soon. So how high is this? Now the high can go all the way to the high here, and that is actually at 45,135. So that means that the Dow Jones can actually go to 45,135 in the near term, okay? Then the downside can be as much as 42,850 area, okay? All right, so this tells me there will be a very big movement coming in, okay, in the market. Very, very big, okay? So traders, you really need to take note of that, yeah? This is going to be a very big movement in the market. Okay, so traders, you need to watch this very, very closely. Now, the KSI is red, the KCX is black, so we have mixed signal in the indicator. So the downside will likely happen, but it will be supported. So until you see the KCX also turning blue, that is where the real selling will actually manifest. All right, so traders do expect that to happen, yeah? So traders take note of this, very, very important. Okay, so watch out for this, guys. This is gonna be a big one. Let me just do this again. I'll take a picture of this right now. Okay, so we're gonna expect a big one coming in, yeah? All right, this is gold. Now, gold is a different story. Gold do have pivot because it's a normal trending bar. Okay, so gold, we can see that we have, hey, okay. Now, if you notice this, there's no diamonds again, right? When there's no diamond, you just need to right click on this and then refresh, and it should be able to pop up. All right, so you can see right now, once the diamond is out, you can see that the KCL will also be there. Okay, so one thing is that what's KCL? Remember, this is a color change from yellow to red, okay? And the KSI is red, so it's a qualified KCL, qualified. So which means that this number 3342 is going to be a very instrumental level to watch out for today, and that obviously is near to the OP, right? So the thing is this: if the gold stays above OP today, there is a good chance that gold will try to go towards the MLP, which is here. Now, this MLP coincide with the pivot one, so that's why I say there's a high chance the market may go there. But there's a very strong resistance right now created by the MA30, which is 3353. So if you look at the 5-minute chart, you will see the whole thing clearer. Let me show you the 5-minute chart right now. Okay, let's look at the 5-minute chart. So this morning, when gold opened up at 3343, all right, there is a diamond. All right, now why do I take this guy? Because it's too early in the morning. I will skip that. So I'll take the one that's closer, okay, which is this guy here. Okay, so above OP is always a buy. All right, it's undeniable. Okay, then after that, you need to draw a line. Now, draw a line is important and critical. Watch this carefully, everybody. This is how you draw the line. Now, you understand why I want you to look at this line now? Because you can see the power of the indicator. So once the market stays above OP, it's a buy, and you will buy above the line. Now, do you notice that the market has been toggling around this line for quite a while? This is a very good signal. Why? Because when the market is toggling around the diamond line, it basically tells you that it's about to move. So you have to take your eyes on it and watch it carefully. And then you can see the price going up. Okay, that was good. But what was really instrumental, very important, was when the price pulled back. Can you see that? The price actually stays above the line. Now, this is very important. If you have been drawing lines on the diamond, you will notice that when the market goes up and pull back, that means that we draw a diamond line and the price goes up, pulls back. This is a very strong rebound, very strong. Same thing, if you sell, if it goes up, comes down, touch again, and come down, whoa, this is a very strong sell. Okay, very strong sell signal. All right. So with that I know that gold is going to shoot up. And truth be told, the moment the gold recovered, the boys were all buying, the retail were all buying. Man, boom, look at it. It shoot up. Now it went past the MA30 very easily. Now, why there's a green dot here itself? Because that means that the candle has touched the MA30. That's why the green dot appear on your screen. Now, when you see the green dot appearing on your screen, okay, that means that the market has either this upside or this downside to go. In this case, the market chose to go down, okay? So that's what happened because the boys were all selling already in the market, yeah? All right, so get an idea now? Okay, so now what do we look out for? Now, this MA30 is very strong. That's why it's blocking the market. You can see that. So it has to break to go up. So now we have a new diamond. A new diamond here. We draw the line. Okay. So the market has to break. But we all know that at the moment now, the indicators are not very strong. Versus here, it was strong. So you take a while. It will not be immediate. You take a while before you can see the upside. Yeah. But of course, if the market fail and go down instead, then you go back down to OP level. Okay. So understand this? All clear? Good. All right. Let's continue. Okay, so now we understand this. Let's look at the next market right now. The next market that we are looking at, not gold, and then the next market we're looking now will be the Japan market. Let's show to you, yeah? Okay, so hold on a minute. All right, so look at the Japan market. How strong is this? So once you see the diamond popping up, you're supposed to draw on the diamond line. You can see that is how it's being done, and the market stays above it. Same thing here. Then it went below. Then this was being down, and then this happened. The market goes down instead, and now you have the new diamonds, which is performing nicely here, and that's why things are going up. So Nikkei is going to go up. Most likely, it will trip 43,000 today, and that will be a new record high in the human history. Yeah, 43,000. Now, to me itself, right, I'm not going to really short this market until I see a very clear sign. Because now at the moment, it looks that everything is pretty positive. All right, so take note. The only thing that for Nikkei, why I want to take the short position is because you can see that there is the KSI. The strength itself is not as the same as the before. So this is a declining KSI. So I want you to take note. Now do note, KSI in the first version, they do not rely on the height of the KSI. But the second version, which is version 2.0, the one that we introduced about 6 months ago, that this new version itself, right, do have the what you call the height of the KSI do have a what you call a weightage on the KSI understanding. Yeah, so traders, you need to take note of that. Okay, very, very important. Okay, all right, so let's continue. Okay, so now next market that we are looking at right now will be Bitcoin. Okay, so this is the Bitcoin. As you can see, Bitcoin, recording will be out later. No need to ask for recording, yeah? Don't worry. Okay, so this is Bitcoin, and you can see there's a stacked diamond over here. When you're a stacked diamond, you just need to do a simple line like this, as you can see, and that's how and why the Bitcoin went up. So yesterday we were talking about Bitcoin, right? And I told you Bitcoin will go higher, and it went to 122,000 yesterday. Then after that, there was a very strong pullback on the Bitcoin. All right, but the boys are still buying, the retail are still buying, so all is good. So for today's Bitcoin, right, you need to take note of one very important factor is that the Bitcoin opening price is below pivot 2. So it's below a support. So now it's staying above OP, no problem. But if it breaks below OP, then there's a high chance it will come back down again. And that will give you 117,000 for the Bitcoin. So which means that if Bitcoin pulls back below OP, it may come down all the way down to 117,000 again. All right, so that is Bitcoin for you. Okay, all right, last but not least, we'll do some Forex right now. We'll talk about the euro. Now, yesterday we talked about the dollar yen, today we talk about the euro, yeah? Okay, so this is the euro currency, and you can see that the currency is now trading down. The boys are selling, so you can see that it's happening, but the retail is buying. Interesting, yeah? Okay, so now how do we look at the euro now? The euro has to trade above OP joy to generate upside, but you can see the downside pressure is there, yeah? So if the euro cannot go past the MA30, then it may pull back down again to the pivot 2 level. So to me itself, for euro, you need to see the dollar. If the dollar is strengthening, that is what's happening right now, that will pull down the euro. But if the dollar weaken, which I expect to happen, the euro should be marching up again. So to me now, euro, you just don't need to do anything here. At the moment now, there's nothing you can do. You just have to wait for a while, let the market trade whatever it is to do. If it trades above OP, the first target for today, it will be here at 116.433 level, right? That's about approximately about 22 pips from where we are. Okay, all right, guys, that will be all for this morning session, the first session where I do the market outlook. We'll take a 1 minute break. We'll come back. We'll do a very important sharing session whereby we talk about the importance of the DAX market, and we review how you trade the DAX market so you learn a skill set to prepare for other days. Okay, so you learn DAX is to get an understanding of Crazii method so that you can apply the theories and the teaching for other markets. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in about 1 to 2 minutes time. Let's take a short break right now. Thank you.